Hey guys, welcome to my Linux crash course. In this video, we're going to look at the grep command. So the grep command is a ultimate searching tool in Linux. So the first thing that you want to do is open up a terminal like this. So I'll do an ls. I just want to show you the file that we are going to be working with. So we're going to be working with the config.js. So I can just do a cut to just show you the contents of the file. So cut config. Okay, so this is a file we're going to be working with. So the first thing that we want to do is learn the syntax for grep. So you just need to write grep like that, space. Now here we need to specify the search term. So if your search term contains a space, you need to make sure that you include it in quotations so that it searches it as one. So in this case, since our search phrase is going to be password is one word, I can just leave it like that without adding any quotations. So here I'll write password. Then now I need to specify the file. So here we want to search in the config file. So here we're going to write the config.js. So this is the file we want to search. So here we're just telling grep that we want to search for password inside the config.js. So now here if I press enter, you will notice it will give me the line where that is. So now here we've specified the grep command with the search term that we need, and we've specified the file where we want to search. So now what if you search for password like this, where your password itself, the spelling was, let's say, uppercase P. If I press enter now, you notice this won't work because now the casing is different. So by default, you need to know that grep is case sensitive. And if you do not specify that you do not want it to be case sensitive, it will always be case sensitive. So to fix this issue, we'll start with our first option, which is the -i, like that. So now the -i option just specifies that we do not want the search term to be treated as case sensitive. So now if I press enter now, you'll notice we'll have the same result. Now you might be wondering, what if the file where I'm searching, it contains more than one line where the password is? How do I know where this password is coming from? So there's another option that you can add on top of the I. So I can remove the I and add the option N, okay? But now, if I do that, this won't work because, again, the way we spelled password. So you can always chain the options together, for example, IN, like that, and we can press enter. So if you add the -n option, it will give us a line where the result is coming from. So if you had multiple lines where password is involved, it would show you each line, as you can see here. So let's just quickly recap. So we've said the grep command, and we've said the -i option just makes it that our grep does not treat our search term as case sensitive. So meaning it will just take it as password, no casing. Then we've specified the -n option. This just helps us to know which line the result is coming from. So in this case, if you can count from where module is, its password is in line 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see there. So this -n option just helps us to understand where that result is coming from. So in case you want to go and search for the actual file, you would know on which line that result has come from. Other options, for example, here, what if you want to search for anything that is not password? So for example, you want to see every line that does not contain, let's say, password. So the way you can do it is, here, you can go again. Remember what I said, you can always chain the options. So if you use the -v, the V is inverse search. So meaning not password in our case. So we're just telling grep search for password, but make sure it's not case sensitive, and also make sure that you give me the line where that result is coming from. Then the -v is just the inverse of password. So give me everything that does not have password. So give me every line that does not contain password in this file. So if we press enter now, you'll notice that we've got line 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. These are the lines that do not contain the word or the text that we've used to search. As you can see, we've used inverse search. So you can always use that if you want to just go through everything that is not that search phrase. For example, if this was a log file, we would want to search, for example, let's say anything that is not an error, for example, then you'd get every line that is not an error. Apart from that, you can always also just get a count of what the result is. So for example, if we use the -C option here, this is just for count. So this will just count how many lines contain the search phrase password. As you can see here, we've used the -C option to just check what's the count of the lines that contain the phrase password. So if we were to do the same, but this time add the -V option here, you will notice that that will give us 7 because that's the number of lines that do not contain the search phrase password. Again, the way we are using grep right now, we do not need to specify the whole word. So for example, if I was to remove something from here and press enter, notice we'll still get the same result. This is because right now we've not specified that we want the exact word. So for example, if we wanted to use the exact match, we can use the option W instead. So meaning here, we can remove our V. For example, we don't want to have an inverse. And also, we can have the count if we want to. But if we use the W option here, and we specify what we are looking for, let's say, for example, we are looking for well, all right? So let's say we're looking for dot well, like that. So now the W option will make sure that it has to match exactly that. Otherwise, if it doesn't match, nothing will come up. So if I press enter, you've seen we only have one. And if I specify this like that, if by removing one, if I press enter, notice we'll have 0 results because we've used the W option, which tells grep that it has to be exactly the way I've written it. So if you want it to be exact, make sure you use the W option. And if you want it to be in general, you can just always come back here, remove the W option and press enter. That will give you your result. So we do a quick recap. We said I is to make sure that grep is not case sensitive, and N is to make sure we have the line where the result is coming from. Then C is just to have a count of the results that we've gotten, and W is what we use if we want to have a specific phrase to search for and we want it to match that specific phrase. For example, if we wanted .well, would specify the W option to make sure that grep finds the exact match, nothing similar but the exact match. And also, as you advance in your grep learning, you will notice there's what we call recursive searching. So this will allow us to search a specific folder. So to use the recursive search, we can just use our term grep like that. Oh, and also, let me just quickly check my working directory. Okay, that's my working directory. So let's say we want to scan all the files in the K8s. We can use what we call a recursive search. So in recursive search, we can search in a whole directory. So now we can use grep like that. Then we can do our -I so that it's not case sensitive, -N because we want to know where the result is coming from. Then now our new option is called the recursive, which is the -R. So now here we can specify the path. So as you can see, for me, it's warm like that. Then kuba 2/K8s like that. Okay, so now we can give it the path to the directory which we want to search. So now here I just forgot our search term, which is we're going to search for kind like that. So now if I press enter, as you can see, this is every file as you can see all the files at the top here, this is every file that contains the kind. And now as you can see here, it has given us all the files and the lines where kind is appearing. So this is how you can use the recursive search in case you want to search a whole directory. But now, if you have too many of the same results, let's say in multiple files, your terminal will be overwhelmed, let's say if it's a log file. So what you can do is you can use the command or the option which is -L. As you can see, we can attach the -L option like that. So this will make it that it only shows us all the files where this is being contained or where the search term meets in the files. So for example, if I press enter now, as you can see, it has given us all the actual files. So I can easily copy the file path and I can just go ahead and check that file. So this is just to help you in case you just want a file where maybe the errors are happening, or if you want to have the actual results, you can leave it as is. So there's a lot of other options that you can use Grep with. But if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and follow the channel. I'll be following up with a part 2 video showing you the rest of the things that you need to know with Grep. If you've enjoyed, again, give it a thumbs up and see you in the next video.